Okay, so the computer is on, the software is installed, and I installed the Azure driver. So first, let's create a folder for the project. I'll have it on the desktop for now. For this series, I record a song for a friend of mine. His name is Etienne, so let's call that Etienne. Let's go in. Finally. His song is called Coup d'éclat, so let's create another folder like this. I always sort my projects by artist, then by songs, so that's it's very much easier when you record multiple songs. Okay, so that's it. Now I placed the microphone on the stand. I plugged it into my interface, input 1. Then I plugged the headphones and the interface into the computer, so everything is plugged. Now I can run the software. So it takes quite a bit of time. You should always try to start your software last, because it generally automatically detects the interface when it starts up. So if it's not connected before, sometimes it does not appear on the list of devices. So here I have to create a new project, an empty project. The folder project is on the desktop. Etienne. Hop. Okay, so first is to set up the interface. So we are going to go to Devices, Device Setup. It's already detected here, so let's click on the control panel. So this is the standard Windows driver, so always turn it off and just use the interface. So we have 2 outputs and 2 inputs. This slider here is the buffer size. This is very important. So basically, the computer waits for the buffer size to be full before processing the audio and playing it back. So if you set a big buffer size, the computer will process and play back the audio in big chunks. That means that you may have short delay between when you're playing and when you're hearing yourself in your headphones. And that's a big problem. This is called latency. You really don't want that to happen, so you should set a smaller buffer size. But if you set it very, very small, if you set a very small buffer size, then the computer will work harder. And you may hear glitches in the audio because the computer can't keep up. So you'll have to experiment, okay, and try and set the smallest value you can, the smallest value your computer can handle to avoid latency and to hear yourself comfortably and avoid glitches. So for example, we're going to start at 500. So let's try this. Okay, so that's it for the... Why doesn't it appear here? Oh, no, it's cool. Okay. Up. Okay, so let's go to the project setup. So project setup. The song is 4 minutes long. So let's keep that at... Okay, let's say 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. We are going to record 44.1, 24 bits. Okay, the interface can record at 24 bits. Let's record at 24 bits. And that's okay, that's fine. And now the output and input, so VST connections. Oh, it's already done. So for my input, by default, there is a stereo input. We don't need this. So we're going to create add bus mono. We're going to create a mono input. So input 1, and we're going to call it something like microphone. Okay. Right click, set as default, up. And in the outputs, we have the two stereo standard outputs of the interface. Okay. Audio device. I have installed an AGO for all driver. Okay. So in the audio device setting, it usually shows here. The software comes with different drivers, but I really recommend setting up the AGO for all drivers. Devices, setup, here, VST audio system, and you get to choose. You have the AGO DirectX full duplex, the low latency generic, and the AGO for all. So just use the AGO for all, it's really best. So AGO for all, okay. So the driver is set up, the inputs and outputs are set up, so that's fine. Now we're going to create a new track, so right click here, add audio track, and we are going to add 2 mono tracks. Okay, audio 1. So audio 1 is going to be acoustic, guitar, and tab. Audio 2 is going to be vocals. Okay, so I have 2 tracks here, and you have the information about the tracks on the left. So for example, acoustic guitar, this is the volume, this is the panning, and here you have the input, so microphone, and here you have the output, so it's going directly to the stereo out. So that's what you want. This button here is very important. It's the monitor button. When you click it, you are listening to the track being recorded. You are telling the computer to play back the track in your headphones. Okay? This can be a good thing or a bad thing. It depends. You are listening to the input, but you can listen to the input via the interface directly. Okay? So we are not going to use this button here for now. I'll explain this in greater details in the following videos. So this is the monitor button to click or not if you want to listen, if you want your software to play back the track. And this is the record button. When this button is on, when you click record here, it records audio on that track. Okay? So don't forget to have this record button clicked before playing. At the moment, there is no sound coming to the computer nor to the interface because the microphone is a condenser and it needs phantom power. So let's turn the power on the mic. I'm going to show you the mixer. So let's click here to open the mixer and you have your 2 tracks here. Okay. We're going to monitor them for now. Okay, but I'll explain later. Let's turn on the phantom power. So this is a kind of click. Now the microphone should be ready. Yes, the microphone receives sounds. So you have my voice normally here. So the microphone receives sounds, and as you can see, the 2 tracks receive sound because the vocal tracks here has microphone for its input. It's not a problem. It's not a problem if you don't click record here. Okay, if you want to record first acoustic guitar, just click record on the acoustic guitar and you'll be fine. Okay, if this is unclicked, no audio is going to be on the vocal tracks, so that's not really a problem. So the computer gets sound, the interface gets sound. Let's set up the click track. So I want the click track not on a track, but because you can create a tempo track. No, I want a fixed tempo, and the song is 103, so I can adjust it with the mouse wheel, and I want the click. Okay. The microphone gets sound, the click track is on, everything is ready. Now we are ready to record. So see you in the next video.